Happy morning, children. Today we will discuss computation of income tax. See, first we should know the five main heads of income. See, income from salary, income from business or profession, income from other sources, income from house property, income from capital gain. Now, important consideration for computing. Computing means what? Calculating the income tax payable by a salaried employee. Now, what it actually means, income tax has to be paid by persons whose annual income, the monthly annual income. Now, let us see the meaning of annual income. See, by a salaried employee. Then, now what the next thing they said? The total annual income, that is gross total income, is taken into account for calculating the tax payable. Means gross total income means what? I'll just give you one example. Suppose your father is earning 10,000 rupees per month. So in 1 year, what amount he must be earning? 1 month 10,000. There are 12 months in a year. So how much it will be? 1,20,000. Right? So that is called as gross total income. Means yearly income. That is annual income, what we call as. Now, according to the section 80C, 80D, 80G, etc. of the Income Tax Act, some deductions can be availed from the total annual income. Now, some deductions can be availed. Now, what is the meaning of deduction? Deduction means what? Reducing it. Subtraction. Now, subtraction here means what from the total income? Now, here 1,20,000 is the amount. Now, suppose if I say, your father is earning 30,000 per month. If he is earning 30,000 per month, then in 1 year, what amount he will earn? So, in a year, he will earn 3,60,000, because see, there are 12 months in a year, right? So, 12 multiplied by 30,000. What we will get? 12 3s are 36. So, we will get 3,60,000. So, now, see, deductions means what? That also we have to discuss. So, every year they have said the rules for computing, means calculating the income tax, are changing. Hence, it is important to know the latest rules when actually calculating the tax payable. Now, see, people who are earning money. Now, just now I gave example of every month 10,000, and suddenly I changed it to 30,000 example I gave. Now, there is a reason for it. See, the main reason which I would like to tell you here is this point. These are, see, generally, the maximum permissible deductions to various kinds of savings under section 80C is rupees 1,50,000. Now, deductions means what? And what is this maximum permissible deduction? This also we should know. And one more thing, farmers' income from agricultural produce is exempt from taxation. It means what? The farmers, they don't have to pay income tax. Whatever earnings they have from agricultural produce is exempt. Exempt means what? They are free. They don't have to pay tax. Okay. And under section 80G of IT Act, donations to the Prime Minister Relief Fund, Chief Minister's Relief Fund, and certain other donation recognized to institutions, organizations are exempt from taxation. Means that particular amount which you are paying to Prime Minister Relief Fund, Chief Minister Relief Fund, on that you don't have to pay any tax. That is called as exempt. You are free from it. Means, see, whatever amount of money we are paying as a tax, it is calculated on the basis of what is your annual income. That is, through every month, what you are earning, add each month's salary, what you are getting in your hand, and total all 12 months salary. That is called as, from that basis your income tax is calculated. So if you are doing charitable work like giving donations to Prime Minister Relief Fund, Chief Minister Relief Fund, then on that particular amount tax is not levied. That is the plus point. And not only that, people under section 80D, installments of premium for health insurance, they are also exempt from taxation. That is the reason many people are going for this Mediclaim policies. And not only that, here people who are paying money for this mutual funds, then here those who are giving in this Sukanya Samruddhi scheme for girls, then for keeping money for 5 years in the post department, then national saving certificate. So indirectly national saving certificate, post department, this all money, it is actually going to the government only. So indirectly on that particular amount you don't have to pay tax. Then life insurance policy, many people, they are also taking the up life insurance policies. Then there are some people who are only working on this, they are called as agents. Then health insurance policies, then public provident fund, housing loans, people who are buying house, lakhs of rupees they are spending, and then on loan they are taking from the bank, they are taking loan. So whatever loan is being taken, so that particular amount is also exempt from the tax. So public provident fund, so GPF, general provident fund. So if you are investing money on all this, okay, then that particular amount you don't have to pay tax. But one thing is that, suppose if everybody is going to do this, they will have this saving certificate, mutual fund, general provident fund, and they will say, I will not pay anything to the government, I will just invest on this. That can also be the logic of the people. So this point I repeated first. What was given here? Maximum permissible deduction means whatever charity you want to give, whatever you want to do, there is a limit to deductions. Under savings under section 80C is rupees 1,50,000. Means maximum deduction which you can do is 1,50,000. Not more than that. It's like this. Suppose if I say I will give 2 lakhs. Suppose 2 lakhs to the this any of this, or I will invest 2 lakhs here, postal department for 5 years and all. But according to government rule, only for the amount 1,50,000 you are exempt from the tax, income tax. Means for this particular amount only there will be minus from the annual income. If it is 2 lakh also, that 50,000, no, on that 50,000 extra which you are paying, 1,50,000 plus 50,000, on that 50,000 you will have to pay the tax. Okay, so with example only you will understand this better. With example we will see how it is. Now there are some more rules related to income tax. There is also age factor is also there. So this table is very important. These all tables and the rules related to senior citizens, super senior citizens, that we will discuss in our next class.